morning, everyone. So, this is the Rockstar Hour, a Zoom coffee chat. My name is Oksana, and I created the Remote Rockstars company that provides virtual assistance and online business management to online entrepreneurs, to small to medium sized businesses nationwide. Basically, the reason why I decided to create the Remote Rockstars Club group is that a lot of my friends started reaching out to me probably about 2.5 weeks ago because of the challenging situation that we are facing right now and them being let go temporarily or permanently, and them just looking for ways to now work from home and to hone their skills and use their professional skills in the virtual environment. And this transition into the virtual space is just not that easy for everyone. Some folks who have been in the corporate environment for a very long time feel a little lost, like they don't know how to actually translate their corporate professional skills into the virtual space. And sometimes it's just a simple conversation with a person, asking them questions as far as like, well, what did you used to do at your previous job, and what did you enjoy actually doing the most? And because the biggest advantage I feel like when you become a freelancer or you just work for yourself is that you do have a choice to really perform tasks or do what you love and enjoy the most, and where you thrive the most, where you feel like you're in your zone of genius. This is just a huge advantage generally when you work for yourself. Aside from the factor of like freedom and flexibility of schedule and all that great stuff that I posted this week in the state of the virtual or remote work industry, published by Buffer, just a great article, really great resource to take a look at the actual reports and the actual data that they collected between among the corporate and the virtual space folks. So let's just take a look a little bit at what's happening in the industry. And the biggest question that has been kind of like on everyone's mind, especially people who are just starting out, is should I launch my VA business right now? Is this really a good time? I'm seeing that a lot of businesses are struggling. The reason why I specifically wanted to actually talk about this today is I'm noticing in the Remote Rockstars Club group, a lot of folks are new and aspiring VAs. So I feel like they just kind of like need a little bit of support and encouragement. And my simple question, or my simple answer to this question is actually yes, absolutely. No hesitation, dive in, jump in, do it. And that's what I was saying is that the reason why I created the Remote Rockstars Club group is my friends and colleagues started reaching out to me, colleagues from other places of employment that I had, previous colleagues, and so basically asking me for the virtual opportunities. And I was like, how about I share the resources that I come across every day, kind of like through my personal connections, my professional connections, being part of the Association of Virtual Assistants, being part of so many different Facebook groups, professional Facebook groups where people are sharing the resources. I generally support the sharing economy, period. Concepts like Airbnb and VRBO, love those, and Uber, Lyft, whatever, all of those great resources that we can share among ourselves. And so right now, just kind of like having this time of also kind of like sharing economy in a way that I am more than happy to share all the resources that I come across every day. I have been kind of consistently posting actually the job opportunities daily, and a variety of industries too. It could be the customer support, it could be graphic design, web development, virtual assistants. And I'm just thinking businesses still need virtual assistants, to be completely honest, and a lot of businesses are still functioning as usual. Yes, maybe they are slowing down a little bit in their workload. Maybe kind of like overall the number of hours just is not as great as it used to be, but the nature of tasks might also be changing, especially coaches maybe and online entrepreneurs are used to delivering a lot of in-person events, or maybe traveling to different destinations and taking their groups with them. So right now, a lot of those events are transitioning into Facebook Lives, into Zoom meetings, and maybe doing more of Instagram video posts, which is kind of like a great thing, to be honest, because I'm thinking that personally at Remote Rockstars, we as a virtual assistant team have worked with a lot of clients who fear being on video. So maybe right now is kind of a great time to just challenge yourself, like step out of your comfort zone and just really dive into the video world. It's not that scary after all. As far as taking their businesses into the virtual space, I have to say that since a lot, like we still use social media a lot, and our clients use social media on a daily, basically posting in their Facebook groups where we know that the content should be posted daily and consistently, and Instagram and all other social media platforms really. So that kind of like prompts me to say that they still need social media managers. They still need someone to keep them on track and to keep that social media strategy consistent, someone looking over the analytics, again, making recommendations on what the best times to post are, and then overall kind of just like talking about the engagement and keeping the engagement going, building the relationships and nurturing the relationships with the audience. So there, someone should do it, and I doubt that the online entrepreneur or a business owner are just gonna all of a sudden jump into it and do everything by themselves. And I actually have to assure you that not every business owner feels comfortable with social media. So they definitely do need a professional taking care of it. Maybe again, like I mentioned, at a lesser number of hours, but they still need you. And the same goes for, especially considering kind of like this season we're in. This is tax season. We are approaching April 15th, right? Like that gloomy deadline for some of the businesses, and they still need bookkeepers and accountants to keep everything on track and pull everything together, file the documents. So they still need you. This could be a virtual type of job, right? Tech folks, tech savvy virtual assistants who are really good at automations, integrations are really needed, because a lot of people struggling to even to use Zoom. They just don't know. And a very good example of that is actually a very first tele appointment, so video appointment that I had with my doctor. And he was like noticeably uncomfortable in Zoom, and he complimented me on this virtual background, and I was like, well, I live in Zoom, of course I would, take some time to just kind of like customize it and come up with something that I love seeing, and just like, because I see myself every day in Zoom, even though I'm in meetings and everything. And so I want to look at this plant that's on the background. I love it. Just a pop of green in my virtual room. And so he was actually asking me, well, not every person in our team, our staff knows how to use Zoom. Maybe we can invite you in to just kind of like show us around and give us a tutorial. I'm like, sure, of course, I would love to make the life a little bit easier for you, especially in these times, which can kind of like help other people feel more comfortable on Zoom if they're not familiar with the tool. And then for the doctor to be able to support and help more people when he's able to just pop in and know how to make it work. And he's there on time, and no one has to wait for him in the Zoom waiting room. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that business hasn't stopped, the economy hasn't stopped. There may be less opportunities, and this may be a time of where you can really add value, and really show your professionalism, and really kind of just like establish even a deeper connection or relationship with your client by basically showing them how indispensable you are, based on your professional experience and the skills that you offer. So still a very good opportunity to keep on going, keep on looking for more kind of like job listings, postings, something that could really fit with your skill set. So the economy generally needs circulation, and we need to drive the economy by exchanging money, and the money will exchange hands whether you are participating in this energy exchange or not. And so a few people told me that they also feel guilty right now, maybe launching their businesses, charging their clients full rates, even considering going with like a discount or maybe performing some work for free. But my question is, are you providing value? Do you feel like you are really making an impact in your clients' businesses? And if so, there should be a fair exchange for the value that you have to offer and for the benefit that they receive. I'm genuinely not a proponent of free work. And yes, that could be used in times of when you're pitching your services or when you're writing your proposal and you're including kind of like a personalized piece for the client based on the research that you've done. Um, and that's totally fine. You can definitely include that and show really kind of like your skills, maybe your expertise, especially when you look at the job description and you notice like, man, this is really me, like they're really describing me in this job posting. And so on this kind of like riding this excitement wave, you can maybe offer up some extra information that you feel like would really wow your client. So yes, that's possible. um, I would say the alternatives are, so maybe reduce the number of hours that you generally offer your clients. So if you are used to working with them at 20 hours a month, so how about go to 15, and maybe it's 15 go down to 10, but you're still charging them that amount. You're still getting paid for all those hours that you offer. It's just at a lower capacity, right? Like at a lower workload. Do also kind of like suggest to maybe include a complimentary 5-10 hours a month, especially if this is a trusted and long-term client. You've been working with them for a while and you know that this is a strong relationship that you have with them and they would really benefit from those extra complimentary hours. I wouldn't go above 5, honestly. I know that, for instance, some of the folks in the OBM community and some virtual assistants are lowering down their rates. As I mentioned before, I'm not a big fan of it. And honestly, it kind of like can affect our market long term in a way that we will start downgrading the value of our services, and it might affect just the VA community and our economy overall. And I just do not want to go down to that level where my worth and all the years of experience that I've put in training, education, that I've put into my industry, into building my professional portfolio up, will not be valued at where it should be. So do not discount your services, do not discount your value, do not work for free, show the value that you can in other ways.